Welcome. Malta is already very well known as a financial services centre, but now the Malta Stock Exchange is also trying to internationalise through the capital markets, and it's come up with a very innovative product called Prospects. Here to explain it to us is Dr. Maria Cauchi, who is the partner responsible for financial services and capital markets at Chetcuti. So, perhaps you could explain how does Prospects fit into the bigger picture of capital markets in Malta?
Well, Vanessa, in the last years, the Malta Stock Exchange already had products and markets that cater for a certain type of companies, and these were the official list, the alternative markets list, and the EWSM, the European Securities Market. However, there wasn't a market, a platform that would cater for small to medium-sized enterprises. And this was a bit of an anomaly because, as we know, in European financial markets, small and medium-sized companies or micro companies are the backbone of economies. So basically we could say, to summarize, that Prospects fills this gap. It is a market that is now addressing the needs for seed capital for these small and medium-sized companies, and it is filling a gap which banks and other financial institutions were not managing to fill. In a nutshell, it offers smaller companies a venue where they can access finance through other means besides banks, families and business partners.
When an SME decides to go down the route of listing, then clearly there are a lot of benefits, not just for the issuing company, but also for the investors that would like that opportunity. Perhaps you can explain to us what they are.
Okay, the issuing company benefits from evident advantages and subtle advantages. The evident ones are that its brand and reputation are uplifted. It is now listed on a market which is a European market, it's recognized, it's listed on a MiFID compliant exchange. So the reputation of the company definitely takes a boost. Other advantages are that Prospects is a market which is cost effective, timely and relatively easier to access. There is also no need to provide security and collateral, and the company doesn't have to float a minimum number of shares. More subtle advantages include the fact that the company has to upgrade its internal procedures and its financial accountability. Basically, to qualify for Prospects and to remain on the Prospects market, the company has to instill good corporate governance procedures that would definitely benefit the investor. From an investor point of view, this is a first because investors had no access to contributing and to basically participate in small business growth. Now this market enables them to do that, and basically it provides them with a platform where they can access such companies, and also a platform where they can later on trade these and speculate on these shares or bonds, and basically it provides also an exit route. The role of the corporate advisor is also essential for the investor because the corporate advisor provides confidence, transparency and continual monitoring. So all these things brought together definitely result in advantages both for the company and the investors themselves.
So you're probably asking yourself whether your company's profile would fit that of Prospects. Maria, can you sort of guide the listener to what sort of companies list on Prospects?
Since the inception of this regulation, basically we've seen interest from a number of industries, be it software, we've had interest from a company from the hospitality industry, aviation, shipping. We've seen that the companies are split in two main areas. Some of them are family-run businesses, which typically tended to be local, and we've also seen interest from foreign companies that wanted to come to Malta to list and enter the European market. Most of them were non-Europeans.
Of course, prospects is only going to be as interesting as the stock exchange, and the stock exchange is only going to be as interesting as the country and jurisdiction itself. So perhaps you can explain how the three are linked.
Yes, Malta has grown rapidly as a financial centre since we joined the EU in 2004 and we converted to the euro in 2008. Malta has seen a great improvement in its financial products and has seen interest from funds, fund managers, banks, payment services companies and other entities that are seeking to have Malta as their platform to operate in Europe. On the capital market side, we're very excited that the Malta Stock Exchange has come up with a 23-point strategic plan, and prospects fits very nicely on this plan. With Malta having been ranked very highly by the World Economic Forum, we think that prospects will fill that void that there was in providing a venue for smaller companies. At Chetcuti Cauchi, we have been involved in the capital markets field for the last decade or more, and we are very excited to form part of this new initiative of the Stock Exchange in providing such solutions.
We wish you all the best. Thank you.